everybody, it's me, Namaisa, and today I'm coming to you with a special effects look. Finally, it has been a little while since I did this. Yeah, it has been a little while since I've done a special effects tutorial, and I got a couple requests if I could do a burn victim type of tutorial. So I thought, why not? It gives me a good chance to play with a little liquid latex again. I haven't done that in a while. So if you want to know how I did this look, then you know what you gotta do. Bye! So I started out with applying my foundation to the left side of my face, and the other side I completely cleaned and made sure that there were no oils on my face, and I already put my lens in. So I'm gonna use Kryolan liquid latex, and I'm gonna apply it with a texturized sponge, and I will be applying the latex to the right side of my face, as you can see over here. The reason why I chose a texturized sponge is because it applies more evenly. I know that sounds weird, but I used this method before and it works perfectly. So I applied about 6 coats of liquid latex. And also I want to add that thanks to the texture of the sponge, the edges that are going to be left on my face are very, very thin. So that's why I also chose to use a texturized sponge. So after I let those 6 layers of latex dry, I applied a translucent powder on top of it to get rid of the shiny effect of the liquid latex. So as you can see, I already started with, making holes or blisters in the liquid latex. But to save some time, I'm just gonna show you a couple of blisters I made. It's all the same technique. So I use a tweezer, and please be careful when you do this, to poke little holes in the liquid latex. And then with my fingers, I make the holes larger or smaller, depends on what type of design I want, basically. Also, when you do this, try not to make any holes near the edges of the liquid latex, because you want the latex to stay on and not move an inch. So be aware of that. So for my next product, I'm using Glazing Gel Red No. 3 and a texturized sponge. This is a product from Skin Illustrator. It's a water-based colorant. And I'm just stippling that over the blisters and actually all over the area where I applied that liquid latex to simulate a swollen, burned skin. So I just add the color and keep blending. The next glazing gel I'm going to use is called Bruise Yellow, and I'm going to apply that with another texturized sponge. And I'm mixing that together with that Red 3 or Red No. 3 glazing gel, again to simulate burned skin, so severely burned skin. I gotta be honest, I looked up pictures on Google of actual burned skin as a reference. So I don't want to say I suggest it, but if you really want to look it up, I would say check Google. Now I'm using Blood Tone from V. Neal's Pirate Palette 3. This is a Skin Illustrator palette, and you will need 99% isopropanol alcohol to activate these types of palettes. So I'm applying this color in the center of all the blisters that I made. This represents open, broken skin, so that is why I gave the blisters first, that is, a rich blood tone color. So it represents newly open, bloody skin. Now I'm using H-Blood from that same Skin Illustrator palette, and I'm only applying it on the very outer edges of all the blisters, well actually of all the bigger blisters, just to create some definition. Now I'm using Prime Yellow from that same Skin Illustrator palette, and I'm going to apply it in the center of some of the blisters that I made. This represents wound fluid or infected wound fluid. You know, when you have like a little cut, or I had a blister before, you always see kind of that yellowy wound fluid coming out, and that is what I try to represent with this color. Now I'm taking Espresso eyeshadow from M.A.C Cosmetics, and I'm applying it underneath my eye and also in the crease of my eye to create more depth and a swollen effect. I'm also applying a little bit of a matte black eyeshadow in my nostril and in the corner of my mouth to represent the smoke that I inhaled and that my lips are extra burned. Okay, moving over to the left side of my face, I started out with applying Bruise Yellow Glazing Gel with a texturized sponge, and then I applied Red No. 3 Glazing Gel on top of it, and I'm just going back and forth with those colors to create kind of a bruise. Not an extreme one, but a small bruise. So now I'm applying Espresso eyeshadow underneath my eye, and I'm also going to apply it in the crease of my eye. I felt that the left side of my face looked a little bit too clean with this look, so I decided to create stress, so to say, in my face. So that's why I'm accentuating my laugh lines and you know, my dark circles. And to finish up the look, I'm actually using a 100% coconut glossing spray, which is actually for in your hair. I applied it underneath and above my eyes to simulate that wound fluid leaking out. And also, when you have a swollen face, it always looks a little bit more glossy. So that is it for the actual look, and I will be right back. Hey everybody, so I came back just to talk a little bit about the shirt that I'm wearing, and about the fact that I also added blisters to my neck. So in the tutorial you saw me apply latex to my face but not to my neck. This is just purely to save time. I did the same process as I did on my face in my neck. For my brows, this brow I actually just filled in the brow instead of drawing it. So this is my own eyebrow. And then I filled it in with black eyeshadow, but really softly, as you can see. And then I applied clear brow gel on top of it. That's it. Then for this eyebrow, it's also my own eyebrow, but all I did was brush up the eyebrow hairs and applied that same clear brow gel in the brow. That's it. So the shirt is just super simple. This is actually an old t-shirt of my boyfriend. Well, not t-shirt, but just a shirt of my boyfriend. I cut some holes in it, and as you can see, I also cut the border of the shirt. And please be careful if you do this. I don't want to be responsible for any mishaps, but what I did is I cut holes in the shirt, and then with a lighter, like a long one, I torched the holes a little bit. When it starts to burn a little bit, then I would dab it with a wet cloth, and that is how the shirt looks torched and burned and all of that. Yeah, and that is it. Actually, that is it for the actual look. I was very happy to do this. It has been a long time since I've done a horror type of tutorial, so yeah, until the next video. Bye!